So, as we're now into September and getting closer to the beginning of playoff time, it is also a time where there's going to be teams that is going to be starting to get eliminated from playoff contention. And that what I'm going to do is that I'm going to do a brand new series called Moving Forward. And this is a series where I'm going to be reviewing each team's season right after they got eliminated in the playoffs. And I'm also going to continue this series once we get into the playoffs, where if a team gets knocked out in the playoff round, that's when I'm going to be reviewing those teams and their season. And I'll basically just talk about the top goal scorer, the top assist leader, what went right for them, what went wrong, and what are the future for the club, and just moving forward, how is this team is going to be better or maybe potentially worse coming into the future. But yeah, we're going to start off with our first team, and unfortunately, when you are the first team to be mentioned in this series, you know that your team had a horrible season and something went horribly wrong. And unfortunately, as I said many times before, that is exactly what the San Jose Earthquakes have been encountered this season. And keep in mind, some of the things that I'll mention in this video will be kind of repeat of what I've been saying throughout the season, because that's how this season has been. It's been a repeat of everything I said about this team and what went wrong. And it just feels like, as much as I'm repeating myself about what went wrong with this team keep making the same mistake over and over again. But with that being said, we first have to talk about the top goal scorer. And by the way, currently they have a 4-8-14 record, and they're at 20 points. And they have scored 40 goals this season, but allow 50 goals with a minus 10 goal differential. And this, of course, is not the final point total and the final win, loss, or draw column that they're going to get this season, because they still have another month or two before the end of the season. But in terms of the top goal scorer for the Quakes, and again, these two are not really final yet, but as of now, it is Danny Houston with 10 goals, Vako with 9, Wando with 8, Magnus Eriksson with 6, and Florian Ljungwirth with 3. Top assist leader, Wando and Vako both with 5 assists. Danny Houston with 4, Magnus Eriksson with 3, and Florian Ljungwirth also with 3 assists. What went wrong this season for the Quakes? Everything. Everything went wrong with the Quakes. Everything you can imagine that makes this team finish last place, and every horrible scenario, the worst case scenario for this season for the Quakes happened. You know, where do I even begin? First of all, the manager that we hired turns out to be a complete idiot and completely just technical inept and doesn't know anything about MLS and should have been fired a couple of months ago. The front office making bad kind of decision, and Jesse Forinelli getting guys that clearly does not fit in the system. And you're seeing it now with guys like Eriksson and Quintana not really fitting the system, and even Vako from last season, where we got him for a DP. You know, he's really struggling this season and hasn't really improved. And also the fact that our front office doesn't acknowledge the most important, or the part of the field that we desperately needed for quite some time, which is the left back position. I mean, how in the world does this team ignores that position? Like, it feels like every single game, the Quakes coming into a game, they play with 10 men, because we have no left back on this team. And the numerous time that I have to kind of like say who exactly going to play in the left back position and how I'm not confident whatsoever just shows you how I don't understand why they did not address that issue. And I hope they definitely should address this issue issue in the winter transfer window. I was even more surprised they didn't do it in the summer transfer window, but they got to address that in the winter transfer window. And then, of course, you got players underachieving and not playing for the shirt and not playing for the manager. And overall, it's just the front office not listening to the fans. They want to overcharge people and wanted to ignore majority part of the Bay Area and just focus on San Jose, which realize how I never put the We Are San Jose hashtag. As much as I seen a lot of Quakes fans put the We Are San Jose hashtag, I refuse to do it, because as much as this team is called the San Jose Earthquakes, it's not just about San Jose, okay? The Bay Area is actually only home to one professional club, and that, of course, is the San Jose Earthquakes. So why in the world does the front office only focus on San Jose and not really reach out to other fan base? And I just think that because of that, that is one of the reasons why in the next couple of years, when the fans really stop caring about this team, and that, fans will give up on this team, then you are expecting to probably maybe see some empty seats, and the fact that also other fans are don't really care about this team. And we already seen how, when I go to Quakes game, I already seen how bad the atmosphere is at Avaya Stadium, and how it just does not attract any kind of fans that, most of the fans that goes there are just there for fun and just families and stuff like that, but it just does not create a good environment, and definitely does not create a good atmosphere if you're just bringing in kind of like these fans that doesn't really care about the team and just kind of watch the team plays and stuff like that. Not saying that those fans are not allowed to be at Avaya Stadium. I'm okay with those people are in the stadium, but I just feel like with some of these hardcore fans are start giving up on the team, and that the front office think that we are still doing okay in terms of attendance wise. Yeah, we're doing okay in terms of attendance wise because of the fact that you have all these kind of fair weather fans and don't really care about the team fans in the stadium watching those games, and some of them don't even watch the games anymore because of how bad this team has gone. But in terms of what went right this season, not really a whole lot I can say about that. I think the only what went right for this season is that at least we beat Dallas and Minnesota twice. I mean, I don't know how in the world this team is able to beat those two teams, and they did a double against both of these teams, but they can't beat anybody else. And the other thing that maybe what went right is Wando might break the record this season of the all-time goal-scoring record. That might be the only consolation of what actually went right this season. But moving forward, what I think about the Quakes, well, first of all, Starhay out. Fire Starhay. Sack Starhay. He needs to go at the end of the season. If he's still at the game, or if he's still the manager of the Quakes next season, then I am not going to attend any Quakes game. And I'm just going to call my season ticket representative, and I'm telling him that I'm going to cancel my season ticket. And I don't care if they charge me. They already charged me for that. I'm not going to see the same old crap next season and decide to keep a guy that has clearly been the main reason of why we have been so bad, and is clearly a guy that should have been out of this club a long time ago. But the other issue we gotta need to fix going forward is that we need a left back, as I mentioned before, and also we gotta start from the scratch again. We have to completely implode the team again, just like a couple of years ago, and we got to rebuild this team. And also, get some MLS proven player. It's been a long time since the Quakes have ever got any MLS proven player, or even trade an MLS kind of proven player. So that has to be a big priority. Stop going to some random league and just pick up guys that you think that they're going to do well in MLS, but they haven't been proving yet, and that they might do well against their former team, but once they go to MLS, it might not fit their playing style. That is something that we got to stop doing, and that we got to look in the league and just make some trade with other teams to potentially get those guys that are MLS proven. And finally, develop the youth academy. And heck, even if we don't sign players because, you know, our front office is being cheap and stuff like that, at least develop the youth academy and at least give some of these young players a chance to play. Guys like Jackson Yu, Tommy Thompson are two of the prime example of guys that should definitely be giving big chances to play and certainly getting minutes in these last couple of months, because if we want to develop our youth academy, if we want to bring these young guys and potentially these young guys can develop and make our team very good, then we need to do that. We need to give them minutes, because if you just put them on the bench and not give them minutes, they are not going to develop, and that they are not going to have the confidence going forward. So, like I said again, develop the youth academy, and most importantly, play the kids. But yeah, either way, that is pretty much it for this video. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of the Quake season, and you can let me know what went right and what went wrong for them and what's going to happen moving forward for them. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.